The U.S. Supreme Court cleared the way for South Carolina to strip Planned Parenthood of funding from the state's Medicaid program. The 6-3 ruling on Thursday bolsters efforts by other Republican led states to deprive the reproductive health care and abortion provider of public money. The High Court's conservative justices were in the majority in the ruling. Its three liberal justices dissented. The case centered on whether recipients of Medicaid, a joint federal and state health insurance program for low income people, may sue to enforce a requirement under U.S. law that they may obtain medical assistance from any qualified and willing provider. Thursday's ruling will make it harder for those Medicaid patients to receive health care, says UC Davis law professor Mary Ruth Ziegler.
Even if this isn't a ruling about abortion, it will have big knock-on effects on access, not primarily to abortion, but to a range of other reproductive health services.
Well, I'm absolutely outraged.
Planned Parenthood's president, Alexis McGill Johnson, said lawmakers were trying to defund the organization as part of their long-term goal to shut down Planned Parenthood and ban abortion nationwide.
Planned Parenthood, like any other healthcare provider, relies on being able to be reimbursed for the services that we provide, particularly for low-income communities. So it certainly is will be a challenge, but I can tell you that our providers are fighters. Our local leaders are, warriors, and we're going to continue to do everything we can to save care for our patients.
Republican South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson welcomed the ruling, saying, quote, "This is about who runs South Carolina, our elected leaders or out-of-state activists and unelected judges. We're glad the court got it right." In 2022, the Supreme Court overturned its landmark Roe v. Wade ruling that had legalized abortion nationwide. Since then, several Republican-led states have implemented near total bans. South Carolina prohibits an abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson wrote in a dissent joined by the court's two other liberal justices that Thursday's ruling is likely to result in tangible harm to real people. At a minimum, it will deprive Medicaid recipients in South Carolina of their only meaningful way of enforcing a right that Congress has expressly granted to them.